Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be talking about Marie Curie. She is really popular, even though she's not there anymore. So I want to start by telling the story. When she was a kid, girls could not go to university. So she taught herself by reading books and books and more books. She always dreamed and wished one day she would be allowed to go to a university or go to France, because there you could go to a university. When she grew up, she started working to save enough money to go to France. But when she got there, it was completely hard to understand what other people were saying, because she had to speak a completely new language, French. But soon she got really good at it. Not only she got good at speaking French, she also graduated as first in her class. And then she met Pierre. And of course, he loved to do science just like her. Soon after, they loved each other too. So they married, and then they became scientists. And here comes the interesting part, the search for radium. Marie Curie got very interested in science. So one day she was reading a book, and it said about some waves. So these rays were X-rays, and a scientist had figured them. Marie Curie was full of questions. What are these rays? How strong are they? Where do they come from? So she was really interested and was full of questions. So it looks like another scientist found that some waves are coming just from uranium. Marie Curie was curious, and so she wondered if the rays came only from uranium or they came from different rocks. So that's how the search for radium began. So Marie Curie was collecting all types of rocks and experimenting their atoms and figuring out if they had any uranium in them, or if they had no uranium but still had the rays. She found a rock. It was just black. So also her husband, Pierre, had a machine. It would detect all the rays. And then they stumbled onto pitchblende. Pitchblende was a kind of rock. It was covered black. So because Marie Curie was picking all types of rocks, she also picked the pitchblende. And then she put it onto the machine. Machine jolted extremely high, and enormous, very strong waves come out. Marie Curie got very excited. These waves were something no one had ever thought about or noticed, and that meant she was a scientist who had to figure it out. Her excitement captured Pierre's eyes, and then they had an idea. There was this atom that would send out the rays. Marie Curie would take out everything that the rock was made out of, and soon figure out the atom. So it was almost like a bucket full of pitchblende and just one grain of sand. That's the radium she could find. But she got enough to tell the world. Now let's also stumble on to Pitchblende Story. So it took her 4 years to take that radium out of the pitchblende. And actually, it's Marie Curie, the one who named it radium. Also, it was so much hard work. Also, she had to send lots of letters to get lots of pitchblende, and a bucket full of it. You have to remove all the pine needles and get all the stuff out of it. Think about how hard it would be. So then, after that hard work for 4 years, she got Nobel Prizes. And she was the first woman ever to get Nobel Prizes. Not only she got 1 Nobel Prize, she got 2 Nobel Prizes, and for 2 different things. And not even now, nobody has ever got it. Now, thanks to Marie Curie, because we use her invention in lots of ways, like using X-rays to look at patients' bones, and to generate electricity. It makes less pollution also. So thanks to Marie Curie. So that's the story of hard work, how one person's hard work changed the whole entire world. Marie Curie. Bye-bye. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned about Marie Curie. Next time I'll come up with a really cool one. Bye-bye. Go and check my other videos too. Bye!